wanted to do a follow-up on my last video on demographics, which was inspired by Harry Dent's book, The Demographic Cliff. Early in that video, I mentioned that I respect Harry's analysis, but I think he comes to the wrong conclusions. And I wanted to expand on that because I think Harry's a smart guy, and I can't just criticize him without any follow-up. So let's get into it. The first thing is that the original title of that book is The Demographic Cliff, How to Survive and Prosper in the Great Deflation of 2014 to 2019. So obviously it didn't play out like Harry was expecting. He's one of those people who has called 17 of the last 2 market crashes, okay? He's frequently on all these podcasts and just going on these rants that are pretty unhinged. He's always pushing bonds, government bonds, treasury bonds, bills, notes, and even shilling TLT and ZRAs. He's mistaking our economy for free market capitalism, and it's not anymore. It hasn't been since the Federal Reserve was enacted in 1914. We can't have a free market economy if we have an actor that can control the price of money, and that's exactly what the Federal Reserve does. With the Fed manipulating interest rates and increasing the money supply, you're never going to get this type of deflation that Harry is assuming we're going to get. So you have your immigration-adjusted births lagged for peak spending. Harry Dent was trying to show that it roughly tracks the Dow adjusted for inflation. Up until about the year 2006, it did. Well, then you get the Federal Reserve manipulating interest rates, and since then the Dow's just gone up and up and up, when indeed it should have just gone down. This is why Harry has not gotten his big market crash. So this is U.S. gross domestic product priced in gold. So you have a peak around the late 60s, call it 1970, downwards to a trough in 1980, and then you have the next peak up in the year 2001, 2002, and then it goes straight down until about 2012. So despite all that money printing, you only got this much growth in US GDP when priced in gold. That's a shame. This is the real estate to gold ratio. As you can see, it's pretty much the same chart as US GDP priced in gold. You have your peak in 1970, trough in 1980, peak in 2001, and a trough in 2012. Look, same thing, real estate to gold. You have peak in 1970, trough 1980, peak in 2001, trough in 2011. Basically the same chart. See, Harry overlaid the Dow adjusted for inflation over this. He really should have overlaid US GDP priced in gold or real estate priced in gold. So I think this is why Harry never got his big market crash that he keeps predicting, or his big deflation that he predicted from 2014 to 2019, and why I criticize his conclusions, but I don't criticize his analysis. I think he's onto something, and I think we just need to look at it in a different way, and it can be a very useful tool. So Harry, I doubt you're listening, but if you are, you ever see this video, I have a lot of respect for you, but you might want to look at this from a different angle.